Hey, what's up you guys? It's Zach with PCBros, and we're gonna start off 2025 with another budget gaming PC. I'm gonna walk you through all the parts and even have some benchmarks at the end, so stay tuned and let's get right into it.
And starting off the spec list, we have the Intel i5-12400F. With 6 cores and 12 threads, this is still a very great CPU, and it pairs with some great GPUs. Speaking of GPUs, the star of this build is the Intel Arc A750. The Intel GPUs have come a long way, this one being similar performance to the RTX 3060 and even the RX 6600. Now, we planned this video before the new B580 came out, but this is still a great budget option if you're looking for a PC build in this price range. For the storage, we went with the Clev Crass 1TB Gen 4 NVMe, a very affordable 1TB option for budget builds like this. And for the RAM, we went with 16 gigs of non-RGB DDR4 RAM at 3200 MHz, and this kit goes very well and matches the aesthetic of the build pretty nicely. We chose the ASRock B660M Pro RS motherboard for this build because for only being around 80 bucks, as well as supporting all of our needs, it's hard to beat this nice, solid motherboard. To power all of this, we have chose a Sigotep 750 watt 80 plus gold. Now this is a little overkill for our build, but is what we had in stock, and this is fully modular, which will help us with that cable management in this pretty tight case. To keep this build running cool, even in some demanding titles, we chose the Thermalright Assassin X120 Black. This does come with a non-RGB fan and is super affordable for the budget gamers, as well as easy to install, making it a great option for this budget build. To house all of these awesome parts, we have the Dark Flash Micro ATX case with the classic side and front glass panel design. This build has some pretty impressive looks for only about $650. And now that we went over all the specs, let's jump right into the build, shall we? It is time to game, and we are starting off with Cyberpunk 2077. We are rocking medium preset here, and we're going to be in 1080p for all the games on the benchmarks. And Cyberpunk, we have turned off the upscaling, the Intel upscaling, because it was very buggy to say the least. So even without upscaling, this was doing pretty well on keeping around 80 to 90 FPS and was a pretty smooth experience. Don't forget, Cyberpunk is a very demanding and graphically intense game, and with 8 gigs of VRAM, the Intel Arc is pushing pretty hard on this one, as you'll see in the GPU utilization on the top left. We are also using quite a bit of our RAM. The 16 gigs of RAM is a kind of downside on this build, but to save a little bit of money, we chose 16, and it's a very easy thing to upgrade down the road. Next up on the games, we are playing Black Myth Wukong, again, medium setting preset. This is doing surprisingly well as a pretty new graphically demanding single player game. Now this is the auto benchmarks on Steam that you can get separate from the game for free. So we use this tool a lot because it is free and showcases a new popular game. You don't actually have to get the game to play or use these benchmarks. But you can see here that the FPS is consistent. There is no weird jumps, and it's overall a pretty smooth experience. Pretty impressive for the price. Again, the RAM is going to be kind of an issue here, so upgrading it down the road would only help. And to finish off the benchmark section, we are ending it off with Sons of the Forest. Now, I really just like to benchmark this game because it is a good test for the GPU because it is so nice looking of a game. Now, I don't really play this game or know exactly what I'm even doing. As far as benchmarks go, this is a great way to test GPUs and really push that PC to the max. And this is one that was definitely doing that. There was some slight stutters here and there, especially with loading in some chunks like any survival game like this. And this being a very good looking survival game, that 32 gigs of RAM is going to be pretty necessary if you want to crank up those settings, because even on medium settings here, the performance wasn't exactly perfect, but still playable and enjoyable, I think. Alright guys, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully this showed you that the Intel GPUs are not to be counted out, especially in 2025. It has a whole nother selection of budget GPUs, especially if we get the new ones back in stock. Now, if you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments down below and let me know what PC build I should do next for this channel, and I'll see you all later. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.